position to a profitable trader, because until you are consistent with your analysis, and you need to be consistent with your analysis, completely detached from me. So the goal is for you to know what I'm going to say before I say it in these weekly commentaries, or before I point to something in a marketplace saying it's going to do this, it's going to do that, or focus here or focus there. When you are able to do that, you're exactly where you are supposed to be and what you paid to learn. That's graduation. When you know what I'm going to say before I say it, and you're able to find the setups in the marketplace, frame them, manage the risk, and find a positive outcome to that consistently, that's graduation. That's how you know you made it. All of you are going to get there at a different time. I don't care if you started at the same time. Okay, some of you folks that just became charter members are better than the group that first started with me, and they've been with me longer. Why? I don't know why. It's just because you had it click easier for you. You're all watching the same videos. So it's just a constant reminder to keep that.
Okay, yeah. I don't think I'll be doing much because I'm not saying anything at the moment. Starting from the daily time frame, I took a sell yesterday on EU. So it was this confirmation and took a sell yesterday. So I'm looking for continuation, bearish continuation. So on the 1 hour we have this smooth eyes. We have relative buy side liquidity, which I will be waiting for to get taken first, or I might not, because we already have SMT with GU. This is those eyes here. So we have SMT with GU, which makes this the stronger asset, and on EU we have a failure swing. And another thing I want to see is that we have also divergence of these eyes, of this one, while on EU it's relative equalize there. Yep, smooth, relative equalize. So I wanted EU to have like to trade slightly above this high. And I wanted that on EU. Even on DXY, it is relative equal lows on DXY. So I think that's the only reason why I would not be pushing the button. That's the reason why I'll not be pushing the button. Yeah. That's the only reason why I'll not be pushing the button. So we have inversion, fair value gap, which if there was that slight variation in price, I would have gotten in on an entry at the confirmation. But because I'm demanding more from price, I want it to close below this consecutive down close candle as an indication that we are going to be bearish. Then I would evaluate or I won't say evaluate. I'll review price then to have an entry. But right now I don't have an entry because that is what I'm waiting for. So we have to be rule-based. I have to be rule-based. No, talking to myself. I have to be rule-based so that I don't just make impulsive decisions. My account is in drawdown. Yeah, pick up. Our account is in drawdown. And if you follow proper risk management and wait for the right setups, then that should be fine. You should be fine. I should be fine. You should be fine. So that is current interval below. For this one. So there was nothing to do. The moment I came in around 2 a.m. it was very messy. There was no closure below this down close candle. I'll have looked for shorts. I ignored, allowed the longs to keep playing out. So 5 minutes. Take this off. Okay, that should be good. Yep. You want to leave it clean. I liked that we closed below this swing low. That was my idea for shorts yesterday. GU. GU, there's a bearish fair value gap, there's bullish fair value gap. So it's just like stuck in between, But overall, we've been bullish from the opening of the year. Been bullish. I will say we are approaching exhaustion. I don't know. I don't care. And I'm just looking at this past few days, PA to decide to know where price is going next. This is the immediate swing low. We still have this day information and price failed to close below it, so it's still respecting the bullish order flow, I would say. Yeah, still respecting the bullish order flow in my opinion, until we have a body candle close below this swing low. Then I know that we are in for probably like bullish or bearish order flow is getting in. UJ, I have this as my anticipating the price would reach this swing level. This is June 23rd. On UJ and CAD JPY, those levels has been taken. On CAD, failure swing of it yesterday. UJ trending higher. I think I'm just keeping my eyes on the yen pairs for now. I'm not really making any executions on them because I don't know. So I'm literally not making any executions on them. So I'm just keeping them, watching them, annotating them, seeing how they play out. So that's that. Good. I don't know. I'm scared of this guy. Very funny. But mostly I trade NQ. Yes. I did a trade recap for myself yesterday, which it was a break-even trade. It was PM. Okay, I still have my time. Oh, everything is still there. It was a break-even trade. What I always do is to annotate launch high and low between the launch hour from 12 to 1 p.m. and I'm waiting for either side to be swept, either side of the liquidity, either the highest high or the lowest low. So that was confirmed, yeah. And I would not engage until 3 p.m. That's my window to engage price. So, and I delineated the last bearish AVG on the 1 minute time frame. I was expecting a reaction from it, an inversion from it, so that I would target the ISI because we are below relevant opening times. Midnight open 1:30, 2 p.m. We are below all of those opening hours. It was messy, it was choppy, and price did not give me the confirmation early enough. So I took the entry before we got in the last macro hour. I don't know, the last 20-minute window to trade, I guess. So I got an entry after we swept this swing low, just on 1 minute. Entry inside this bearish fair value gap, which is not going to be an inversion. So I took an entry here. I didn't take this entry because it wasn't convincing enough for me that we're going to, target upside. But the moment we had this bullish run, I was waiting for price to come back into the fair value gap, which it did. Got an entry, immediate reaction, beautiful, and I went break even. I took my risk off the market just below this swing low. That was why I picked my stop loss. Just below the swing lows, that was where I placed my stop loss. And price came to tap me out and went in my direction for 2 hours. So that is all of that. Daily, I don't know, still not that convincing enough for me. We have a body candle close above. I'll trade this as a bullish order block and look for upside. And I'm very skeptical about my engagement because we have no news and there's high impact news tomorrow, a medium high impact news, I think, on employment claims tomorrow. Yeah, unemployment claims, actually, unemployment claims. And we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow will give more good price action. And even right now, we're trading inside Monday's range. Trading inside Monday's range. Yeah, that could be like Friday and Monday because last week Friday was a half day. I wasn't a full day. We're still trading inside Monday's range. This is the week high, the week low. Ideally, I would want let me just take this up to Wednesday 10 p.m. Yep. So that is the weak high, the weak low, and waiting for either side of the external range to be mitigated. Yeah, I think this will be my protocol for the week. I'll wait for either side of the week to be mitigated. Yes, let's not do anything. This is the week open. Yeah, I think I like this. I don't have a week open. Okay. I guess I don't do a weekly open. Alright, settings. Weekly open. Stability. Okay. So now this is the opening range from this highest height up onto this lowest low. We're trading within the range. We'll be looking for either side to be, I don't know. Then, yep. Looking for either side to be mitigated or to be traded through. That way, you can now look to target the opposing end of the range. Yeah, that's more like it. That is more like it. Oh, I like this. Yep, I like it. Yes, the same thing. Yep, the same thing. Yep, I'll be looking for the same thing. Up until Tuesday, 10 a.m. Yep. Because I expect that by 10 a.m. we should have the unemployment claims news, and we'll see how that goes. Yep, that is beautiful. But this morning the game is on EU. Wow, I think I have my confirmation. Oh my god. That's what you get when you're looking at something else. I was anticipating the cover Geo. Okay, Geo is still, like I said Geo was like the Geo is the stronger player because we have a run on this liquidity, while EU failed to run these eyes. EU failed to run all of this buy side liquidity, so it makes EU the weaker pair, and for that reason EU should drop or should pump more or should be more weaker. Wow, I had the inversion fair value gap. I want the price to respect that level and confirm below the swing lows. Then I would engage, and I would have something like this, I guess, and just go for 2R or midnight lows, and I'll have something like this, which I think is good, because if this is confirmed as a bearish order block paired with fair value gap, strong confluence, I believe this should be a protected high and the price should not come back to it. I think I'll do this play. Yep, if price comes back into this level, I would engage. If price comes back to this level, I would engage. However, we've gone 13 points. We've displaced more than 2R, I suppose. We've displaced almost 2R. We've had 2R displacement. So yeah, almost 2R. I don't know. I think I liked this slide, but I liked everything I said. I wanted continuation of this bearish movement, which was my thought process going to the 1 hour. There's failure swing SMT, and I said I wanted this. I wanted the SMT to be something like this. We have failure swing, then we have a total soup. Yep, that was what I wanted on EU, but it gave us equal eyes. You had equal eyes, and I looked at DXY, that the same was occurring on DXY. We had failure swing and equal lows. YGU did the total soup and a failure swing. Well, it is one thing to have your narrative out. It is another thing to have engagement to make execution. If I was not looking into other pairs or whatnot have you, I might have just gone for market execution, and it would be around 1.3 into the trade, and this would give us 2 out of just those lows. I believe those lows will be wrong. Once price takes this, once price gets to midnight open, I'll cancel my order. Let me just go. Okay. So GU 6 points. 6 points on GU. How many is that? On EU rather. 6 points on EU. 6.6 points. So I'll risk 1%. Okay. Like 3 lot size. Not bad. Am I correct on that? Okay. So I would have my sell limit order in right now. Just wait for market. So if we're gonna get a reversal, which I really doubt, so we're gonna get a reversal. No reversal, retracement. GU, midnight open. This is just me, doing, doing whatever I want to do. So it's not as if I'm giving trade ideas or execution or no, nothing like that. What do I know for me to want to give trade signals? It's just me looking at this like it's a game and I'm trying to play a game. So, but that is these are my thoughts. This is what I feel. Yep, once we get to midnight open, I'll cancel my order. Yeah, of course, we're gonna get to midnight open. It is what it is. It is what it is. Next time, I'm not gonna look around. I was busy looking around, ranting on yen pairs on NQ, why the business of the day was going to be on EU. Busy talking. Busy talking. I was busy talking and EU was giving me my delivery. I was busy talking. So funny, right? So funny. Okay. I think if I was in this trade right now, I would be closing my position irrespective of I'll cancel my order right now because it is displacement has gone far-fetched. Yep, that is the sound. Closing my trade window likewise. You can see now we have all of these upside movements. All of these upside movements took 3 hours. All of these upside movements took 3 hours. And the bearish side of the movement in 50 minutes. In 50 minutes. All of the upside movement took 3 hours. For the bearish side of the movement, it took less than an hour, 50 minutes. So that's how you know. That's one way to know the willingness of the market to move in a certain direction, because this, you could say this, the displacement candles, see how the bullish candles are very small bullish candles, very small compared to this one, compared to this one, compared to this one, massive. And right now that we are approaching, I'll say, MMM traders, they'll say right now you're approaching the original consolidation. It is ideal to have some pullback, some lethargic movements before you run those lows. Before you run those lows. This was my trade yesterday. Oh, it's still there. This was a good one yesterday. This was my trade yesterday. Like I said, I was waiting for I wanted the daily order block to be tagged, which after that occurred, there was this jagged relative equal lows from Asia range. You know, London came, failed to sweep it, then we already ran those liquidity by as we opened, came back, failed to sweep it, traded higher, which I liked into that daily OB. I took this last bearish candle as my breaker block. The validation was not clear, was not impulsive enough. However, because it was something I was waiting for, I engaged and I just had the trade for like 2.5 hours. I wanted this original consolidation, this lows to be a run through, which it didn't. And the reason why I didn't leave the trade to run for so long was because, like I mentioned, look at the bullish delivery. The bullish delivery compared to the bearish delivery, it is so like this is like a way for me to know for me to understand delivery of price. Now it took us an hour 15 minutes for bullish delivery and 2 hours 30 minutes or 2 hours 35 minutes for the bearish side of the market. So I had to do that a couple of times. And right about now I have to end the video because I'm sure that definitely certain that these lows are going to be tagged. I've cancelled my order. I'll label this as a breakaway gap, and price might just tap into these lows to find, you know, to find continuation. And this region where price is consolidated can be looked into as a region of where you can expect price to have a continuation. I don't want price to come into all of these levels because of this zone. So you're expecting price to just come into this place, tap it, and give us that final delivery that we want. And right about now we have 1 hour to the end of London. That'll be it for me today. Thank you for joining, for showing up.
Out there because I get emails from folks that, hey, look, I love the content, I love what you're showing, I can see it when you explain it, and it happens most of the time, during the week when you give the commentary, but I just don't feel confident yet. Well, that's reasonable. You're not gonna, when you go to flight school to be a pilot, you think that you're going to be confident on the airplane the first time you buy your book and open up the first chapter? And understanding aviation, you're not going to do that. So why is this any different? It's not. It's just very, very technical, and you're learning the hardest thing in the world. I have doctors, okay? I have doctors in this group, and they have told me this is so technical. It's well beyond what they learned in med school. Now think about it. I look at doctors and think, man, they're brilliant. They're highly educated. They're very smart, brilliant folks. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could, be that intelligent and be able to trust my analysis of someone's health to give them a procedure or process to get well. But what those med students and doctors that are practicing medicine now, that are in this mentorship, what they're doing in their own practice of medicine is the same thing I'm teaching you here. You have to have a process in the beginning. I care about the emails that I get when people tell me, this is finally clicking for me. It's been such a long time invested into this, and now I understand exactly what I'm doing. And yeah, I can't